You've tried the strategy, you've bought the course, you're pushing, posting, showing up, but for some reason, you still feel stuck. And you're beginning to wonder, what is it really gonna take? Like, what is it gonna take? At this point, you don't need another hustle trick. You need a quantum leap. So, what if the success you want isn't about doing another thing, but you just need to become deeply positioned, rooted even, and use what you already have and already know. So, in this video, I want to walk you through what you can do to get ready for a quantum leap. Let's get into it. So you know my job here, right? I take you from stuck to unstoppable so you can profit with peace. So you're like, Gil, what is a quantum leap? I'm glad you asked. So a quantum leap in its simplest terms basically means a very big or sudden change or improvement. And it takes you from one state to another higher, better, more advanced state. But it's not just that. It happens quickly. Quickly. So you go from 5 clients to 20. You go from one-on-one coaching to group coaching. It happens really quickly. How do you get yourself in that spot, right? Where things don't just happen at the typical pace, but it happens at an accelerated pace that isn't a disadvantage to you, but it becomes your greatest advantage. Personal story. So recently, and when I say recently, I'm talking about like just this past week. So my dad and my best friend said the same thing. They don't even live in the same countries. And they said the same thing and they said to me, wow, you've really grown. And I'm like, right? Like, I'm not looking like that on the phone and the video call, but I am like that, like in my head. Because they're telling me I've grown, right? And she said, I don't know what it is. Like, it feels almost, I guess, overnight to her. But it wasn't overnight at all. I've been growing for quite some time. But I realized I experienced a quantum leap in my growth. Now, I'm not talking gibberish here. I know what I'm saying, and I'm going to tell you how I achieved that so you can achieve it too. So, acronym time, of course. And the acronym this time is PLANT, P-L-A-N-T, right? Planted for power, quantum leap. It must make sense. Let's get into it. So the P here is positioning, strength from the right foundation. So this is the truth. This is the truth. I told you we keep it all the way real here. Your business, your life will never look stronger than your beliefs. So your beliefs are actually the limiting factor to all the success you'll ever encounter in your business and in your life. So this is what I want to ask you. Are you building from clarity or just reacting to what's trending? Like, is that really clear? That thing that you're taking on, the way that you're taking it on, are you really clear that that is the thing for you? Or are you just doing what's trending because, everybody's going that way, so I'll go that way too. And let me tell you, don't be afraid to be the person who is taboo and swimming upstream. So, do you feel grounded in your decision making, or are you constantly second guessing what you're doing? Been there, where you don't really feel confident, right? So you're shrinking back. You're making yourself small and you're scared and you're afraid to really take up all your space. But I want you to understand that you have to take up all your space, even in the business street. So when you feel really burnt out, sometimes you're brilliant at business, but you lack boundaries. You don't know how to set them. So this is a tip. I want you to identify 3 non-negotiables that ground your business. Whether it be how you do business, what you think about business, how you onboard clients. But I want 3 things that you are absolutely not going to negotiate. Because why? We're positioning ourselves. And to position means that you have to build the right foundation. And you're going to build that foundation on the things that will not change even as your business grows and blossoms. L, let go of the pressure. Let flow replace force. Now, Edmund Burke, I had read a quote years ago, and it was from a guy called Edmund Burke. And he said, our patience will achieve more than our force. And sometimes you feel like you're really fighting to make something work. And there is that level of hard work and diligence that's required. But if you're really forcing everything and it's not working, sometimes you just need to release. Let go. Take your hands off, take your mind off. And sometimes when you do that, when you come out of that seat of control, everything just starts flowing and working a lot better. So ease isn't laziness, right? Ease isn't laziness. It's intelligence. It's not laziness. You're just smart enough to know I shouldn't force this. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. God will do what he's supposed to do. The clients are going to do what they're supposed to do. My marketers are going to do what they're supposed to do. My accountants are going to do what they're supposed to do. I'm not in a place to force. So where are you overworking because you feel behind? So you're doing too much work. There is a requisite requirement of work. Yes, we know that. But sometimes, how do you know you're overworking? Because it's costing you your peace. Your family life is in ruins. Everything, there are a lot of complaints more than there is that feeling of fulfillment. You're doing too much, right? Back off. What would happen if you stopped pushing and focused on what flows naturally? What do you think will happen to you? I'm not going to push. I'm going to let this thing flow. Oh, child, when I tell you this was me, I was pushing what should just flow. What should just flow? And what are you doing from fear versus faith? Because fear is going to make you overwork. Fear is going to make you burn out. Fear is going to make you feel overwhelmed. Fear is going to make you change your email marketing 10 times, right? Fear is going to make you do that. And I want you to operate by faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. So if it constantly costs you a peace, it's overpriced. Don't pay that price. You could never, ever, ever pay for peace. You could never finish. Let me tell you something. Whatever is worth your peace is worth the price. But whatever is overpriced is costing you peace. So when that thing is overpriced and it starts to sabotage your mind, your relationships, your physical body, that is overpriced and that is actually stealing peace from you, not giving it to you. And we're not called to build businesses that steal peace from us, right? So I want you to audit your week. I want you to think, what feels heavy? What feels light? And I want you to do 3 things. Delegate, delay, or delete. Delegate, delay, or delete. So sometimes delegate means what? You give that responsibility, whether it's to your VA, your virtual assistant, to your accountant, to someone else, right? You delete, meaning, listen, we don't even need to go this route at all. Or you delay it. You say, this is not a priority right now. I'm going to prioritize the priority, right? So we're going to do the thing that's going to give us the quantum leap. Yeah? Do you understand now how I'm helping you get there? Delegate, delay, or delete. The next one. A. Accept the season. Patience with process. You can't harvest something that you haven't planted or watered. Let's imagine you eat an apple today, right? And you decide that you're going to plant the apple seed. Now, let's get real, right? About what could happen and what really will not happen. So you want apples, you plant that apple seed. Now, you want to get more apples. So every day for the past 4 weeks, you've been going outside expecting to see apples. Will that really work? No, it's not going to work, right? because it's going to take time for the apple tree to grow. And I'm asking you, have you accepted enough that the things you're doing are going to take time? Are you judging your progress by someone else's timeline? Don't compare. Be your personal best. Are you trying to speed up a stage of your life and business that's actually meant to shape you? So you don't want the formation. You just want the results. No. Life doesn't work like that. You're going to have to go through the process to get the result. So, what season are you actually in your business? Are you building it, launching it, scaling it, pausing it? Where are you? Where are you? Because you need to locate yourself so you can actually shift your mindset about where you are so you can take yourself to where you want to be. So, rushing this stage will sabotage you. Rushing it will sabotage you. Quantum leaps actually require patience. And I know people will be like, no, do. Sometimes it comes with B. Don't let anybody fool you. Frame your current season. So I want you to do a couple of things. Name it, own it, work with it. Instead of against it. Remember, we are saying we're going to release. Let flow, not force. N, navigate with strategy. You're going to do planning that positions you. So what you do should reflect where you're going, not just where you are. Now, a lot of people talk about being present. I agree. But your present is supposed to be enjoyed, not endured, and also shape your future. So if you make bad choices consistently in your present, what is going to happen to your future? So don't get so slack that you forget there's a future you're working on, right? So I have to always bring you back in balance because some people get too extreme, right? There's the person who's always living in the future, the person who's always living in the present, right? Never even planning for the future that they want to live in, or the person who's always stuck in the past. You need to be able to balance. The past is a lesson, right? That's why it's behind. The present is a blessing, and the future is on the horizon when you know how to use all of them to your advantage. So what are your top 3 priorities for the next 90 days? Just the next 90 days, right? What are your top 3 priorities in your business? Do your daily tasks connect to the bigger vision, or are you just staying busy? So sometimes you can get really addicted to working, especially if you have a type A personality, right? You love to work. I love to work. But sometimes I'm like, girl, is this thing really pushing you forward, or is it pulling you back or keeping you stuck, right? You want to do the things that give you the greatest momentum and the greatest reward. Are you measuring actions or just outcomes? What are you measuring? What you do or the result of what you do? Because sometimes it's time to change what you do because the outcome just isn't outcoming. I like to use those kind of words, right? So clarity without execution is just like scribbling stuff in your journal. And you're there dreaming, oh, I'm going to get to 6 figures. Oh, I'm going to get to 7. But you're not even clear about how to get there. You need a strategy, right? So I want you to build a 90-day blueprint focused on your current season and capacity. Fewer moves, deeper impact. That's our mindset shift. We're going to make fewer moves. We're going to do fewer things. But we're going to make what? A deeper impact. Last one, T. Team and tribe. Partnership that multiplies. So remember I told you earlier about how my tribe was telling me, my dad and my best friend, that I had grown, right? Really, a lot. Now, let me tell you the truth. They were a part of the reason I grew so much. Because I have this beautiful tribe of people who've helped me, who've coached me, who've mentored me, prayed for me, cried with me, encouraged me. And that's why I'm here. And it's one of the reasons I show up so much for you. Because I have people who show up for me in my personal life. And maybe you don't have the people who show up for you. So I want to show up for you and help you get your quantum leap. So this is the truth. Your growth will be capped at the level of your closest connections. I know. You're like, if you only know who's in my life. Well, look at me. I just got added to your life, right? If you hit subscribe, I'm in your life every single week, twice for the week for a long form video, and then we have the shorts. I just got added. Come on. So who do you talk to when you're stuck or spiraling in your business? Who do you talk to? You must have someone you talk to. I have my handy dandy friend, coach, mentor. I be calling him up, texting him. I say, yo, this thing ain't working, and he's gonna be there, and I appreciate him. Right? His name is Marion Davis, by the way, and you should check out his YouTube channel. This is just a plug for him. He's great. Go to his funnel, click it. You should get coached by him. He's excellent at what he does, right? Excellent. Do your relationships challenge you or cuddle you? Well, I could tell you, Marion challenges me a lot. And that's why I know he's such a good coach. And 3, are your collaborations rooted in alignment or just opportunity? Are you really aligned with the people who are working with you? So the right people wouldn't just clap for your growth. They'll actually contribute to it. So I want you to list 5 people who have direct access to your business decisions. Are they helping or hindering your leap? Are they helping or hindering your leap? Are they helping or hindering your leap? So this is what I want you to remember. You have been planted for power. You have been planted for power. But if you want a quantum leap, if you want things to change quickly, drastically in your life, there are some things you will need to do. You need to practice patience. You need to release some of the ways you're doing things and some of the mindsets that you have. You need to navigate the season you're in. You need a team, you need a tribe, and you need to be positioned. So if this video really, really helped you and you have your clarity aha moment, good job. But this is what you're also going to do. You're going to like it because you really like it. I don't want you to like the video if you don't like the video. That's fine. Like it if you like it. Subscribe if you really feel like you found a person that's speaking to this space that you're in. I have some links in the description box. You go click on them and see where it takes you. It's going to take you somewhere good. If you want to work with me, click those links, right? My email is right there. You send me an email. I'm willing to talk to you and we could hit this thing off. Yeah? So take good care of yourself and please remember, you are about to experience a quantum leap. Take care.